is going on with this site. Um, if you have a question on how to bid something, you go on there, and then all of a sudden you shouldn't be bidding that job because you don't know how to do it. Well, how are you supposed to find out how to do it if you don't know how to bid it? I mean, that's just ridiculous. So if you don't want to give the answer, or you don't know the answer, then maybe you shouldn't even be talking about it at all, and just let someone that actually knows what they're talking about answer the question. That kind of stuff is just ridiculous. And plus, I mean, for our industry, everyone complains about low ballers and all this stuff, and people come in and they just ruin the industry. And then you have people that actually have legitimate questions and a place for them to ask these questions to figure out how they can bid the job right, so that when a true professional comes in and bids the job, they don't look foolish because, they're 50% higher than the amateur that's out there bidding it. Well, why don't the professionals at least help out if they're really professionals? And me being someone that I would call myself successful in the lawn care industry, goes on those forums and look at some of the stuff that they're saying, and like I said, where it's almost like it's just ridiculously negative. It's like I almost forget that I'm actually successful, and I'm just thinking to myself for just a split second, gosh, I don't know if I should be doing the lawn business. Maybe I should be doing something else. But I think it's really funny because a couple of my commercial accounts, just talking with the owner of the one, because it's a big business, but it's a smaller business, and then kind of like the general manager of this other company was actually a United rental. I don't know what you would call that, not a franchise, but one of their divisions, and was out talking with him, looking at the property, and he was out there complaining about the low ballers that he has to deal with. And then talking to my other guy and talking about, how in the lawn care business it's seasonal, and not complaining, but just every business has its challenges is really the big point. And talking about mowers, and it's crazy how much mowers cost and stuff like that. And then he was putting his business into perspective and saying he's in the packaging business, so he labels and packages things. And he says, well, with my business, if I grow, it's not just adding employees, it's not just buying a truck or a car. It's now I have to go out and buy buildings, and I got to pay the taxes on those buildings because I need more warehouse space, or I need to go out and rent more warehouse space. And I was sitting in a restaurant that's a really popular restaurant in town, and they charge like $25 a plate, or it's a buffet, and this buffet was like a $25 plate. It's like a mom and pop place, but they cater to professional football teams, baseball, basketball in the cities here, really famous. And I was just counting all the people in the room, and then I was counting. So I was counting all the people in the room. I know what they're getting on top, but obviously their drinks are gonna be overset. Maybe that's even double what they're already getting. And then I was saying, okay, so if they have that many people in here right now, it's a Friday night. This is probably one of their busiest nights. That's not that much money when I see, two cooks in the back, a bunch of people washing dishes, waiters, servers, hosts, however you say that, the hosts, and a big, huge building that they have to buy. So it's like in every business, there's always going to be a lot of different factors in if it's going to be successful or not. I think a lot of times the reason that the lawn care industry, people might say, oh, there's not a lot of people that make money, or that there's a lot of people that fail in the lawn care industry. It's just because the investment to start the business is so little that it's easy to quit, and it's easy to just give up, and you don't really have to go out and say, hey, I have an $80,000 a month mortgage payment that I have to make on this restaurant. This needs to happen. Whereas in the lawn care industry, you start out, you don't have the $10,000 X mark or the Ferris, or all the nice backpack blowers that cost almost $1,000 and stuff like that. So it's not like you're motivated to even go out and really do what's necessary to do. And you know, and I think it's good. A lot of people think that that's bad even, but what I think is if they're going out and they're not going to lowball so much that they want to make more than they make at a job, so they're not going to just charge, and they're not going to be able to work as fast as the professional, so it keeps the market fair in my opinion. And I'm not really too concerned about the people that are just learning and getting started. I know when I first was getting started, I should have done more market research because I wasn't valuing my time or the equipment that I had and doing the repairs on it, or just the value of the service that I had to offer. So those are just some of the things. And along with the lawn site and other sites like that, I mean, you go on there, and if you're someone that's new and you're asking a question, and me being someone that's, I've been around a little bit, I mean, um, I know enough to see what these guys are saying, and it's almost you want to laugh out loud about some of the stuff they're going on there and trying to answer a question, and it doesn't even make any sense, and they think they know what they're talking about. Where obviously some guys do, but it's just a lot of people running their mouth, hiding behind their computer, probably not happy because they're not making the money they want to make. So that was my little rant on that. Just want you guys to be cautious with it, and but do take advantage of it because there's lots to learn, I think. So, thanks.